Said to put them away, got back to the money. I fell in love, I know you didn't love me, got back to the money. I took the mail, said to bury away, got back to the money. I got my daughter with my frame on my back, now we getting this money. Oh, habit said to put them away, got back to the money. I fell in love.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Hey, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, we got a special guest checking in today. It's always about the dope artists, dope entertainers, dope entrepreneurs. Shout out J Russ checking in. What's good on, bro?
What's good with you? What's good with you?
Give you some love, first and foremost. Boom, you know,
Blessed to be here.
transferring good energy, positive vibes.
Yes, always love.
We had a great conversation before we even started, man. But without further ado, give us that official introduction.
Man, Chip, man, you rocking with your boy J Russ. You know, big fellowship. We here, baby. Y'all can go follow me on Instagram right now at the real J Russ, JaeRuss. Let's get it.
First of all, you look like you came in here like you're supposed to be here, because look at the colors on you versus what's in here. It's all the same color theme. Like, look at this real quick. Look on there. Look how much you just blend in. It's just like you meant to be here.
I am.
You're a part of the brand.
Hey, I am, man. You feel me? I am a baron. So everywhere I go, you know, I'm a billboard.
Red, white, and black is my color combo.
Royalty.
Anybody that knows me and sees any type of whatever I put out, red, white, and black.
To me, you know, that means royalty. You know,
We are royalty.
Strong, you know, strong, we mighty.
Man, that's facts. Well, listen, we got a lot to talk about because you have a lot going on.
Yes.
It's more than just you being an artist and an entertainer. You're an entrepreneur. You're a businessman.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You brought some of your merch today, which we're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? All that. And I just knocked that over. But where you from originally?
I'm originally from Salisbury, Maryland, 410 DMV area.
Okay. How long did you reside out there before you moved to your next location?
I was 31, so all my life.
Okay, so you was there all your life.
Yeah.
Talk to us, man. Take us back, you know, before music and you're growing up out there in Maryland. What was it like for you? Were you into other things, sports?
Oh, basketball was my thing.
You was a hooper? Yeah, you are kind of tall.
Yeah, you know, I was all right. I'm not going to say that in cap. But I was all right. You know, I played for
Because if you cap, he going to tell me. I promise you he going to tell me. He and I can tell that he going to keep a G with me. No, I'm just messing with you.
You good, you good. It's all truth here.
Do you still play basketball at all? Do you ever get out there? And
When I get a chance to, you know, like now I just normally just work and, you know, putting into my business right now. That's what I'm focused on right now. Locked in.
Definitely.
You know, tunnel vision.
So, you know, again, taking it back to when you was growing up, you know, before music became that passion, did you desire to do basketball professionally or do something else?
Honestly, music was the first.
Yeah.
Basketball came when I got in high school.
Got you. Okay.
And, you know, it just blended the two in. And it was just good for me. But, you know, music was more dominant because that was my way out from, you know, a lot of things that I dealt with as a youth. You know, I feel like
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and we don't. And as we grow up and as we get older, you know, a lot of us don't deal with, you know, that childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that I'm older, I get a chance to get on these platforms and tell my story because, you know, I have been through a lot.
You have to, because that all ties into your mental health.
Yes.
And it's very serious and very real. A lot of people have mental health issues and don't even realize it. Or they're in denial of it.
Yeah, they be in denial. Just be like, oh, I don't have no problem, or there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing that need to be fixed. I need not to talk to nobody. And I can say that because I was like that. I was like, nah.
Me too.
I didn't want to talk to nobody because I felt like, yo, if I talk to somebody, I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. I know how I be feeling. I know the things I be thinking be right. But I had to realize that I do have to sit back and go and detox myself.
Yeah, absolutely. That way you can fix it. And fix what's causing that problem or that issue or that situation.
But it's the willpower. You got to want to fix what's broken. But a lot of us don't want to go back in that deep hole that we try to, you know, barricade ourselves with, you know, with liquor, partying, drugs, overworking.
We've all been there.
Right. Because, you know, our darkest moments is when we alone.
Yeah.
When we sit in our room with nobody around, with no lights off.
Yeah.
No cameras off, no fans around, none of that. It's just you. It's you in time and space, and then your mind start going, you start realizing like, whoa, okay, let me tighten some things up. Let me get grounded.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like I had to go through ascension for myself to be here at this moment.
Absolutely. And what you just said, you know, being home, being alone, that's when I realized that I had anxiety because I couldn't go to sleep at night. Like I would like literally lay down and my mind wouldn't shut off. And I'm thinking about this, thinking about that. Sometimes laying there for 2 hours trying to fall asleep. I have anxiety.
I go through it now, and I realize that I have anxiety. But it's like when I'm up, I'm constantly researching, I'm constantly studying, I'm constantly looking at it. It's like I'm not just standing there just wasting time.
Right, absolutely.
I'm realizing that it's a reason why I'm up at these moments. Reason why I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't go to sleep till like 7 o'clock. Wake back up an hour later, act like nothing ever happened.
I don't do that no more.
Like, it's crazy. Like my sleep pattern just be like, I can give me 15 minutes and I'm recharged. I'm good because like I'm meant to do something and I know it and I'm not gonna stop until I get there.
Do you still work a 9 to 5?
Oh yes, I do. I work 2 of them.
Okay.
And I do a business.
Okay, understood. See, like during the time when I was still working a 9 to 5, my sleep pattern was very similar to yours. Now that I work for myself full time, I set myself a bedtime and I get my full sleep because I've got so many hours during the day to myself since I run my own business. And I'll tell you, that has helped me a lot. Getting the proper sleep was a game changer. I'm not irritable anymore.
Oh, no, you need rest. Trust me. You need rest to.
I'm an OG, y'all. Like when I was in my 20s, I could handle it, but I'm in my 40s now. Like I can't handle not getting enough sleep. Like I am a mess. I be forgetful. So why music? You know, you said that came before playing basketball and that was really your first love, your first passion. How did that come about?
Because I started off writing poetry.
Okay. To the girls?
Yeah.
What you was writing about? Roses are red.
Nah, it was a lot of deep stuff. Like it was to the point where, you know, I had people who used to come and say, yo, write a poem for me. I'll give it to my girl. I'll pay you. I was that nice with my words.
What you was talking about? Give us an example.
I ain't do that in a long time.
Right.
On the spot, big time.
But it was a hustle for you back then.
It was.
You had people sliding you a little money here and there, trying to get the girl. Did it work?
Oh yeah, it was. It worked because like to this day, like I found out that somebody that I gave a letter to still has that letter to this day.
Whoa!
And when they realized it was from me, they were surprised.
Oh wait, so. Was it one that you gave them to your crush, or was it something you wrote for somebody else?
I wrote for somebody else.
Really?
And when they realized it was me, it was so like surprising.
So did they end up liking you because you wrote it?
Oh no, they married somewhere.
Oh, okay. No, that's dope though. So you transitioned from doing poetry into actually writing lyrics for music.
Yes, that happened by a lot of people don't know that I started doing music in church. Yes, I started rapping in church.
So were you doing like gospel type music or Christian like hip hop?
Yeah, I was that. Yeah, I was like a Christian rapper.
That's
dope. But I was more like with me. It was more of a storyteller. Like I told my life. You know, I put God in it.
Spoken word.
Yeah, it was more spoken word, and you know, it was just one service. You know, after prom, all the kids was in there asleep in church, and my pastor was like, you know. All the youth, y'all get up here, y'all say something. And one by one, somebody said something. And the whole time, you know, the drummer was back there drumming. And for some reason, I kept hearing, like, just hearing this music. Then the mic come to me. The next minute, I started rapping. I didn't plan it or nothing. And that started me rapping.
So that was when you kind of transitioned into the secular world of hip hop, like being, you know, outside of church doing music and stuff like that. That's dope. A lot of artists start out in church. Did you play any instruments?
Nah. It was just strictly music. I turned myself into an engineer very young.
Okay.
I learned how to record myself.
That's dope. Do you mix and master?
Yeah, I started that too.
That's what I'm talking about. Again, like we said, you know, it's important to be able to understand so many aspects of it. You know, for one, you can do it on your terms when you want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Knowledge in the building.
Peace, guy.
It's my guy. Right. And then also, too, that can become a side hustle for you as well.
Right. And we need to understand as artists that, you know, there's nothing wrong with, like I say, doing it yourself. With me, I always felt like I knew I was going to run a business. Yeah. I knew I was going to be something big because the people I was watching, like the people I grew up watching, like Diddy, you know, watching the Jay-Z, you know, watching the, you know, all the entrepreneurs back then. Even now, I just watching how they move and how they elevate. It's just, I try to put a lot of that into how I move because I see myself there. So I already vision myself there. So it was like I started off with like Sony Asset.
Yeah.
Then I graduated to like Adobe Edition. I think
Yeah.
it was called Cool Edit Pro back in the day. But you know, as the years went on, you know, as the program elevated, I elevated with the program.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people hear my music, they be like, "Yo, you went to a studio record?" I said, "No, I did that."
That's what I'm talking about. And I think it's important, too, that you have some sort of creative space in your house. Do you have like a setup in your house where you can record your music?
I did at my old house. I had a whole setup with the mic, had the panels on the wall, I had the mic shield, everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's putting the money. It's all about investing in yourself.
Absolutely.
Like if you say you really want to be an independent artist, or you say you want to own, you got to go out there and get the things that's going to make you an independent artist.
No, absolutely. You have to have your tools. You know what I'm saying? It's like any job you got to have the right tools in order to complete that job. And it's no different with music. Knowing the business side, of course, comes first.
80-20.
A lot of artists do it backwards, you know, and it's no shade, but they start putting all this music out there and they don't have no business together. What happens if a big deal comes your way and you have no business together? They're going to pass you up.
Big fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have to ever get ready. You want to already be ready.
Yes.
You know, and it's about being proactive rather than reactive.
Yes, I had a close friend that we are mutual with, you know, DJ Squirt, and she reached out to me.
Shout out to DJ Squirt. You better splash on them, boo.
Yeah, you feel me? And you know, she been nothing but help since I've been back in Atlanta, and you know, just pointing me in the right direction, keeping me focused, because she see the vision.
She's such a good energy, isn't she?
Like the energy is pure, and I love it. And you know, she told me, she like, you know, Jay, I see you can really grow your business into something major. She said, I want you to sit back and watch what you truly have.
Absolutely.
And once I sat back and started to see what I truly have and see what I was really creating, because I didn't know what I was creating. It was just building slowly. I said, I'm just, you know, spontaneous. Oh, I want to get my clothing line started. I start doing. I'm that person. I want to do it right then because it's on my mind. I don't care what it costs. If I got it, I'm going to get it. Guess what? If I don't got it, I'm going to work for it. Then guess what? I'm going to have it.
I think
Either
you
way.
and I are like the same person.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why real quick, because you're talking about what you just said and you're talking about DJ Squirt. So nobody knows this yet. I'm telling you for the first time, DJ Squirt and I are about to start our own like girl podcast together. I've always wanted to do that. I just had to find the right person that matches my energy. So Squirt and I, we already got a name. I ain't going to say that yet, but like 2 weeks ago, I was already ready to start recording, but I was like, hold on, I got to pump my brakes because I got to get the branding together. I got to get the logo done. So I'm like you, I was ready because I got the space. But I was like, no, I got to get the branding together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, bro. Like when I have an idea, I want to execute it immediately.
Yes, you got to. Like, what's the point of sitting on it and wasting it? Because you already think about it. What we speak is like our tongue is a sword. You know, we speak life and death. So what you speak, you already spoke life in it.
So powerful.
So why let it sit out there for somebody else to grab that energy and build it? Then you gonna sit back and be like, dang, I had that same idea.
Yeah. No, you are absolutely right. Because somebody else will think of it and execute it before you get a chance to, and then we're going to be like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Right. Just make it happen. Stop making excuses why you can't do it.
Right.
And figure out the reason why you should be doing it.
Right. And a lot of people look for handouts, and I had to learn, you know, that's not cool. You feel me? Like, it's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's cool to have people to go to, but at the same time, I realized that it's all about nobody's going to help you in life, period. Not just music, but just life in general. Nobody's going to help you, period, if you're not helping yourself.
No, that's facts.
Nobody don't see you putting the work in. Nobody seeing you investing in nothing. Why should somebody put the work behind you? Why should somebody put money behind you if you don't, you know, you might not have no merch, or you not doing this, you not doing that. Not saying you less of a person, but, yo, you are capable. Show that you are capable. That's anybody want to show that you are capable of showing that, yo, I belong here.
Show them that you're an asset rather than a liability.
Right. Be valuable to a company.
Knowledge is an asset to TampaMystic, Mystics Entertainment, Industry's Most Wanted.
Right.
That's like, he and I become such good friends. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He's an asset. He's not a liability. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You build with people that not only do you obviously get along with, but people that bring something to the table. They do something that you are maybe not able to do. That's how they become an asset.
You know, and that goes as far as a team. Like, as artists, we got to realize also that a team is not just having a group of homeboys around. No, I've realized, like, yo, like
we
being
just
by
talked
myself-
about that. Leave the entourage.
Yeah, like you
Off
feel
the
me?
stage.
Like yeah, because at the same time, if you the star, everybody else is the pieces to keeping that star high and shining.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they gotta realize that a team is not necessarily like your homeboy. It could be resources.
Absolutely. I agree.
Like for one, like our relationship that we're building, it's a resource.
Absolutely.
We are part of a team now.
Right.
That's what the fellowship brand is. That's what I'm spreading. A lot of people ask me, they say, what does fellowship mean to you? And I said, what we doing right now, we are conversing about something that's powerful, something that's growthful. We talking amongst each other on a common ground that, you know, that can reach higher than anything, reach the masses if it's set right. You know?
Absolutely.
That's all it's about. You know?
So while we're on that subject, you know, let's take it over to the merch, you know, and then we're going to come back to the music part. You know, what made you decide to start this brand?
I always was creative, you know, starting doing the music, you know, feel me, fellowship, you know, got the hoodies coming.
Put it over here. And the colors are everything. My favorite trio, red, white, and black. Holla at your girl. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Industries most wanted.
That way.
Facts, but like I said, like I always been creative. Like I always wanted a clothing store.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a club owner, a clothing store owner, a record
Yeah.
label owner, an artist, all that. So it was just part of, you know, it was part of my DNA. But
Yeah.
I could say like 2 years ago, I did have a team around me.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to everybody that was around. You know, I would never discredit anybody that helped me.
Of
You
course.
feel me? You know, but at that time, you know, I had a team around, and like I said, I had all these ideas, all this knowledge. I just needed to be more organized. I
Yeah.
feel like that's all I was missing. You know, I ain't really like to talk. I shied away from talking to people. I just wanted to be, you know, that Jay-Z effect. You know,
Yeah.
sit back, make moves, not say nothing to nobody. Hey, go do that for me.
Nah.
Like, boo, you feel me? Like, nah, because, like, with me, like, I feel energy. So, weird vibes creep me out. It's like, nah, I can't be around you. And I sense that real quick.
You got energy around your neck, I see.
Yes. You know, Salamite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you got your beads on, me too.
You feel me? Yes, very.
Custom. My dad made these. My dad makes me a lot of bead, like necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and each stone has its own meaning of what it does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, like this one, it's called Caribbean Calamite, and basically it's for the heart chakra.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
You know, purify the heart, you know, everything that comes out, you know, it's going to be nothing but pureness and love.
And you got copper around it, which is good for so many things as well. Different ailments, inflammation, the list goes on.
That's just, you know, and heighten my knowledge that I already have.
Yeah, absolutely. So within your brand, what all do you have merch-wise?
You know, I have the hats, we have the hoodies, we have the T-shirts for right now.
Yeah, that's a great starting point.
Yes, we got masks also.
And it's quality too.
It's all about quality. I learned that too. You know, I had to go and shop till I got the best quality that I wanted.
Right.
You know, anybody can point you into the right direction, but you know your vision.
Nah, for real. You have to actually feel it, touch it, see it, love on it to make sure that, okay, this is going to work for me because this is your brand.
I want people to feel how I felt. Like when I first put my shirt on, it made me feel good. It made me feel like I was a whole different person.
Yeah.
Then when I seen somebody else put a shirt on and they felt happy about it, like, yo, this look good on me.
Yeah.
Feel good. And then when they was happy, it was like, yeah, I got something here.
That's really dope. So for people who are interested in shopping with you, where can they shop for your merch?
Oh, they can shop right now on Instagram. Hit me up at Real J Russ, JaeRuss, and I can get that order shipped to you.
And you can send them a link to see what you have available.
Yes, I can. I got a link on my Instagram actually to my link tree.
Okay.
The shirt store is on Redbubble for right now.
Yeah.
But we currently about to open up a official website
Yeah.
to sell everything.
No, I mean, that's great. Like we talked about earlier, you know, in the beginning stages, you know, I think the print on demand is the way to go.
Facts. You know, you got to, do your research. Learn about Printful or,
Printful,
Spotify,
all that, yeah.
Teespring, everything
Period.
like that, you know.
Spreadshirt. I know
All
them
that.
because I use them.
Etsy, all that.
Etsy is my best friend. I love Etsy. I bought so much stuff off of there. But yeah, because in the beginning stages, you don't want to have to house a whole bunch of inventory.
Right.
So having print on demand services, they basically do it for you.
Get your little cut on the
Exactly. Right. Absolutely. I'm with you on that. So let's take it back over to the music side. Before you moved from Maryland,
Yes.
How long were you doing music?
I was doing music in Maryland for like 6 years strong.
Okay.
Seriously, 6 years strong.
And did you transition from Maryland to here, or was there anywhere in between?
No, I was from Maryland to here. I started transitioning from Maryland to Atlanta like 2 years ago. I started coming here during the summer. Like I came to a artist webinar or a function where it was a bunch of A&Rs, and they was teaching everybody about the game. And, that's important.
Yeah.
As artists, like I said, take time and learn the business.
Absolutely.
I speak it all the time. I got a project out called 80-20, 80% business, 20% music.
No, that's facts.
And, we got to really learn that. So, I took time, me and my manager, we used to go out to these seminars and just listen and gain the knowledge. Because at the end of the day, I was an artist that knew a little bit, but going to these places helped my knowledge build even more.
Absolutely.
So like you said, you want to be valuable. So I feel like I built myself up to the point now that I'm seeing my value. Like, okay, I see where I can take this now. I see what I've been building this whole time. I've been building my whole empire this whole time.
Yes.
I've been building my whole label this whole time.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people ask me, like, are you searching for an artist deal? I said, if it's right, but
it would absolutely have to make
right,
sense.
but I want a partnership.
A partnership, because you know everything, pretty much everything you need to know.
Right. And like me taking, like I say, these business classes, even business classes, like sitting back and just listen to people that make it or just in a position where I want to be at. Because I see myself in a high, powerful position, a boss position.
Let's talk about that. In a perfect world, nothing is blocking what you got going on.
No, you just got to want to do it.
What would you be doing? Like if you could fast forward a year or two from now and nothing stood in your way, what would you be doing to be that boss? Like what position would you want to be in? A CEO of your own label, perhaps?
CEO of my own label, CEO of many things. That's why I see myself. Like I said, I'm a man of many traits, many hats. And like I said, music is the first door.
Yeah. It is definitely a gateway.
Yes, music is the gateway to, like you say, like when you start in the LLC and you might want to put DBAs, music is just a DBA to what I really want to do.
Absolutely. For y'all that don't know what it is doing business as, and that's the thing. You can have one LLC, but have a lot of small DBAs up under that.
So like if you, you can have a company like off the top, like industry most wanted entertainment.
Yes.
Boom. Now under that, that's the mothership. Industry most wanted entertainment. Now say if you want to do industry most wanted records, boom. Now say if you want to do industry most wanted films, industry most wanted music publishing. All
that coming. I like how you speaking all that.
Hey, I'm a businessman. I tell people I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah.
I feel like I meant for this.
Yeah.
And I feel like, it's my time just to show the world that, I got a great mind and I'm ready to share it.
So let's talk about, the music specifically that you're putting out, right? Yes. What was the most recent either single or full project that you put out?
The full project I put out right now, you can go and cop that 80-20.
Okay, which is the one we just spoke about.
Yeah, I just spoke about. And basically the whole concept behind 80-20 is, like I say, 80% business, 20% music.
Yeah.
It was just me, learning the in and out of the business in the beginning stages. I'm a type of artist that I can't go in the studio and just make music.
Yeah.
I got to really experience something.
Yeah.
It's a feeling for me.
Of course.
It's more than just
that energy we talking about.
It's more than just going there and saying a bunch of words. Like, nah, either I want to teach you something, I want to teach something, or I want to connect to a person in a way that they might not know how to talk or express themselves.
Yeah.
We got to understand as artists that, we are gateways to a lot of people's lives.
Of course, absolutely.
Because we might be going through, say we might make a song about depression, but that person might not know how to get out depression, but your song was the one that got them out of depression.
That's what it's all about, is making music that's actually going to touch the people and resonate with them.
Yes.
And they may not even realize that it's resonating with them. They just know that, man, I really like this song. I'm attracted to it. And it's because you're talking their language.
Yeah, like my single right now, Back to the Money, describes everything, you know, in itself. Like I went to a period of time where I had to start all over.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to build myself up first.
But that makes you appreciate everything you have so much more.
Yes, it did. It made me appreciate a lot more. It made me appreciate the things that I wanted to do, but it also made me appreciate me. And I feel like that was missing. You know, a lot of us is missing self-love.
Self-love, exactly.
And once you start pouring that self-love, you're like, yo, that glow is different.
No, that's facts. Absolutely. Because you can't expect anybody else to love you or love on you if you can't love yourself first. Right. And you can't dish it out either. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No matter how much we say, oh, I love you, no, if you don't heal that hurt inside of you, you're not going to truly love correctly.
Man, that is facts. So
I'm not going to say I was always, I'm not going to say I was always, you know, the perfect man.
We're human.
Right.
We go through that.
I made mistakes, but I can say the man I am now, I know a lot of people wish, like, dang, that's the person I wanted. But, hey.
You know, and
it wasn't in God's plans.
It's all about growth, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like you said earlier, understanding and accepting the fact that we might have some sort of, like, flaw or, you know, it took me a long time to admit that I had anxiety. But now that I understand that I do get anxiety, I'm able to, like, control it and put myself in situations that's not going to anticipate or aggravate the anxiety. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, I feel you. You know, for people, we just got to realize that the things that we grew up on and we was raised around, a lot of us, it was the wrong. It was wrong. It was toxic. And a lot of us got to realize, sit back. It's not saying that, oh, my family was bad. Nah. Because at the same time, who taught them? Everything trickled down. That's called generation curses right there. But just how you break that.
Yeah.
And the opposite. Understanding and saying that, dang, I was surrounded by, you know, violence. I was surrounded by gambling. I was surrounded by people that was addicted to drugs or sex or whatever it
Racism,
was.
like all that stuff is so real.
We're not understanding that. Even though we might not act like them, we have those traits still in our system somewhere. And once we sit back and realize those traits, that's when you start breaking them curses. It's not about it's not about being the first person in your family to being rich. No, breaking curses is being the first one to have a successful household. Absolutely.
And not to mention, you know, like, I know I'm everybody's elder in here, so I've seen a little bit more. But it's like when I was in high school, social media didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? It was not a thing. Hell, internet barely was around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've had to adapt to so many different things in my life. Like when I was little, my dad still had 8 tracks. Then it went to cassettes. I remember the vinyl. Now none of that exists. So it's just, you know, you have to learn to adapt to situations and be okay with change.
Yes.
And like you said, break those generational curses because it's very real.
A lot of them changes, like I said, it starts with self.
Yeah.
When it starts with self, that's when you got to really take accountability for a lot of things that you might cause, a lot of hurt that you might bring to people for the wrong that you done.
Right.
You can't worry about nobody else wrong because that's they karma when they get it.
Yeah.
You got to worry about your karma.
That's
you
right.
got to worry about yourself.
80-20, what did that project mean to you? Like when you were putting it together, where were you at mentally?
Mentally, I was, you know, traveling, like I said, on airplanes, back and forth, having meetings every week. So it was like I was in a business, getting into that business mindset, like being who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, that was the starter for me. It showed my potential then.
Yeah.
Then once, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I went through my little downfall period and, you know, God put me on this journey solo.
Yeah.
To show my true power. I realized that, you know, a lot of things that my parents, you know, spoke to me, RIP to them.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the table God got for you ain't for everybody.
That's facts.
And I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah.
And it hurts sometimes because, yeah, I left people behind, but look at my life. Like, I'm happy. I'm not stressing.
That's right.
I'm not, for the first time in my life, I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm not worrying about the person next to me.
Yeah.
Are they going to, you know, switch on me? I'm not worrying about nothing. The only thing I'm worrying about is making it and making sure that when I make it, I provide for the ones that I know that was there.
Yeah.
And provide for my kids. 'Cause that's the most important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, not everybody is intended to come on your journey. And like you said, sometimes it hurts because there might be people that you're really fond of or you really care about. Not to say that you got to dissolve that personal relationship all the time, but sometimes in business, they can't be around you business-wise because they're more of a hindrance. Like I said, they're more of a liability than an asset.
Right. And at the same time, like,
And personal-wise, you got to
Right.
eliminate some of them too.
right, as personal growth, to reach your higher self form, you got to cancel people, places, and things out.
Yeah, that's facts. So before 80/20, how many full projects did you put out?
2.
2?
Yes, I had a project called Dreams and Fortune. And before that, I had a project called All or Nothing.
If anybody were to go back and listen to those in the order that you released them, what are they going to get different, if anything, from the first one to the third one?
Growth.
Yeah.
Growth. They're gonna get a journey. They're gonna get to see what stages I was at in life. Because it's crazy because a lot of my songs, I feel like I repeated.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I lived that cycle over again.
Right.
Because you might be like, yo, ain't this the same title? Yeah, another, but it's a different story this time.
No, absolutely.
So I feel like a lot of times we keep repeating the same cycle until we get the story right.
I agree. And that's in life, period. I remember when I was little, my mom always used to say, time repeats itself. And I never really understood that. But if you look at a lot of the trends that are out there, they cycle out. Like, I remember being little and I was like, I ain't never wearing no bell bottom looking pants. But then that became the thing when I was in high school, right? Like the little flare. Now it's coming back again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just that as an example, I'm seeing a lot more of these celebrity artists wearing like them little bell bottom pants. So I was like, okay, I guess I could go cop me a couple pair, you know what I'm saying? But it's like everything comes in cycles, including what happens in our personal life as well.
Yes. Like, if you keep saying the same things, it's for a reason.
Right.
When I say I've been here before, it's because it's like, I've been in this position before.
I'm going to send you a video off radar because we've all been here before, but I'm going to get a little deeper.
I know.
We've all been here as each other before. And people think I'm crazy when I say that.
You're not.
It's
Because I know what you're talking about.
yeah. And it's like, man, we could get really deep. I could see you and I are kind of
the whole time. But, this for the ones out there
knowledge
that
I was
know.
you before, whether you know it or not.
You feel me?
But it is, you know what I'm saying? And we all have spirit guides, may be in different forms.
Oh, yes.
But they're the ones that keep us on the right path. And not everything that seems like it's bad, it could be a lesson for us. That could be God sitting us down saying, you know what? You heading on the wrong path. Let me sit you down for a minute. Like if you get incarcerated, but you're able to get out and continue on with your life.
I did that.
Like,
I had a little situation. It was like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Little misunderstanding, but that time made me sit and put a lot of things in order.
Let's talk about that just for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, I'm a big advocate of finding the positive in everything. Because there's so much ugliness in the world, right?
Yes. It is.
So it's up to us to project the positive energy out there.
Yes.
Having to sit down, being incarcerated. How long were you incarcerated?
It really wasn't. It was probably like 2 months.
Okay, but that's still 2 months of your life that you can't get back.
Especially what I was doing at that time. I was supposed to be on an airplane at a meeting.
2 months could be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be detrimental. So with that being said, having sit down for 2 months, coming up out of there and still being able to continue your life on the outside, how did that help you in a positive manner?
It showed me I was meant to do this because it was like I stepped right back into the position I was doing.
You ain't missed
a
beat.
It's like I never missed nothing. It was like, all right, let's get back on it.
Yeah.
That was nothing. But at the same time, it showed me, making the wrong decisions in that minor of a second, being angry. Being angry in a matter of seconds can change your life real quick.
Forever.
And that little moment showed me that.
Forever. Thank God that you was able to come up out of that situation, because a split-second decision could change your life forever. Could land you to be incarcerated forever. You might get angry with someone and shoot them. They lose their life. Now you gone for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Over uncontrolled emotions.
Absolutely. That's why I said earlier on, we have to learn to be proactive rather than reactive. And I know when you're in the heat of the moment, it's kind of tough, but if you are able to like stop and just walk away from certain situations, do it. It don't make you less of a man. It makes you a bigger person because you was able to walk away and now you got your freedom.
Yeah, especially like now, like I got kids now, so it's like,
man, it's bigger than you.
The little stuff that people be trying to, you can have it.
Nah, because you want to be here to see your kids grow up.
Right.
Straight like that. How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a 2-year-old and I have 2 twins.
Okay. Okay. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have kids, it suddenly becomes bigger than you.
Yeah, you know, they my biggest supporter. Like I had talked to my son the other day and he was like, Dad, I'm proud of you. And when he said that,
doesn't that do something to you?
It did. I'm not gonna cap. I cried.
Of course you did. As you're supposed to.
It was like because nobody's seeing the work I'm putting in.
As you're supposed to.
For him to say that and for him to be, you know, far from me where he's at, for him to say, Dad, I'm proud of you. You know, he's like, I already see you gonna be famous. You gonna have a nice fancy car. You gonna get you a nice lady, and she gonna love you forever.
He wants you to get him a nice fancy car.
Right.
That's where he slipped really going. He is proud of you, but he like, shoot, I want that fancy car too. No, that's dope though. Like when you have kids and they say stuff like that to you, man, it's like you can't even explain that feeling. Like you said, all it can do is bring tears to your eyes because it's very emotional.
Yeah, it made me. When he said that, I got off the phone and instantly, like, I came across, you know, my next, you know, my mentorship class, you know, that's going to help me, you know, get funding.
Yeah.
So it's like,
boom, there you go. That's what it's all about. Spending other people's money.
Right. We got
OPM.
You feel me? We got to learn. You know? Other people like other people do it. Other races do it. So why we can't learn the same knowledge as them?
As you're supposed to.
What's stopping us? I feel like at the end of the day, my goal is honestly when my kids turn 18, like I want to give them a starter kit to life.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. There's a lot when I grew up, there was a lot of kids that wasn't, you know, African American.
Yeah.
And they grow up into inheritance. They grow up into having a car, a bank account already 10,000.
Absolutely.
Maybe a business left to them. So at the same time,
why can't you? You can do that too.
I can leave that for my kids too.
Man, that's facts. Absolutely. Whatever you can do, there's no reason why you can't. Like we said earlier, figure out how you don't make it excuses why you can't.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
That's all about. Like, yo, figure it out. If you can't figure out, then try to figure out some more. Then if
for
if
real.
You, really can't
you
figure
better
out,
go to YouTube and figure.
Right. Because the answers is right there.
Nah, that's facts, man. Listen, before we get into, I know you got a freestyle that we're going to do. We're going to get into that in just a minute. 80/20 is out on all the digital platforms, right?
80/20 is out on all the digital platforms. My 2 new singles out right now. Dog and Beast is out right now. Go and cop that. You know, we got like 235K on Spotify.
Man,
on Dog and
congrats.
Beast.
That's big.
My other single, Back to the Money, that's out right now. I got a video with Gilly the Kid from $1 Million Worth of Game called
Shout
My
out to
City.
my dog Gilly.
You feel me? OG, you feel me?
That's been my homie for a long time. He a real one.
Yes. You know, I'm still pushing that. That's from off the 80/20 project. My City, go, you know, view that. That's on YouTube. And like I said, go and follow me for all the merch, for all the music on IG at Real J Russ, JaeRuss.
So the visual for Back to the Money is out?
No, it was just a single right now. We about to go into.
Do you have a treatment or a vision for what you want that visual to look like? It's gotta be fire.
Yeah, I got a couple ideas. Like I wanna walk out of bank with some money, then it like rewind to what happened. Like, why are you walking out of bank?
Because like immediately what came to my mind was the whole Back to the Future thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, like with me being an entrepreneur and so creative, like I also have the Back to the Money T-shirts.
Yeah.
Also, that's on Redbubble. And that's the design. It's actually made like the Back to the Future logo. And
man, see what look, boom.
You feel me?
Great minds think alike.
Yes, you feel me? That's how I would like it too. Like dressed like that with the coat, the jacket,
yeah,
the car. If I can find a little car,
a little
like that,
DeLorean.
Yeah. Anybody got a DeLorean? Yeah.
There may be.
TampaMystic up or
right. Let's make it happen. I think because I just think that would be so fire. Because everybody has seen Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying? Or at least one of them.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Me too. Like I just recently, probably in the last 6 months, watched all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I was just like, they're classics.
Yeah, I got crazy movie collection.
You a movie buff?
Yeah, I like old school wise. I like Teen Wolf. That's my like. See, I like
Michael
crazy
J.
stuff.
Fox.
Yeah, yo, I like that. I like paid in full.
Of course, yeah.
Belly, the normal classes, but
I just seen that Belly was on. I think it's on Peacock right now. It's on one of them. I haven't seen that in so long, and I've been searching.
like anybody know me, paid in full is like my.
That's
is my favorite. I'll watch that over and over again and tell you word for word. I'm one of the people like, yo, shut up.
It's like how a lot of people are with the movie Friday.
Right.
They know it word for word. You know what I'm saying?
Word for word. But
No, that's dope. Tell them one more time, where they can follow you at and where your merch is available.
yeah, you can follow me right now on Instagram at Real J Russ, JaeRuss. Go and cop that new single, Back to the Money, and Dog on the Beast on all streaming platforms right now. You feel me? Let's get it.
Straight like that. I know you got a lot of people supporting you.
Yeah, so,
you got someone with you today. First, who you got with you today?
Man, I got my homeboy D with me. You feel
I
me?
was trying to put him in the hot seat, but he said, no. I'll get him next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him next time.
I'm getting the team right.
You got to pay homage. Give people their flowers while they here. Who you want to show some love to?
I want to show some love, first of all, God. I want to show some love to my parents.
Yeah.
RIP to them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Also, before I came to Atlanta, I lost a lot. I had to go through death.
Yeah.
I lost my mother. Then a month later, I lost my father.
Oh my gosh, that's so traumatic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's cool, but the blessing was I got my daughter. I got my daughter in the chains.
Yeah.
And the day I moved to the A, my little brother got shot. So it was like everything I'm doing right now, I feel like that's who guided me. All these doors.
Absolutely. It puts a whole lot of clarity on life when you lose someone that close to you.
Yeah, like I said, I've learned that, death, it can make you or break you.
Yeah.
And if you let it break you, it's a dark place to be in.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go down that route because a lot of times, you end up hurting people that was sent to help you.
That's right.
Get out of that. And, I went through it, the good side and the bad side.
Yeah.
But,
Me too.
We all do.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, it's gonna get better." That's a lie. It never gets better. When holidays come around or birthdays come around,
I already know.
Or you can just be driving. You can just drive and you just get a mental flashback of a moment, and that puts you in an emotional state. A lot of people try to, block that out, but no, you got to deal with that grief.
You have to deal with it, and
if you don't deal with that grief, you killing yourself.
That's right. You have to learn to deal with it. Otherwise, you're going to develop a tremendous amount of anxiety. And, it's crazy. My sister passed 10 years ago. 10 years later, there's still times that in a quick second, I'm like, oh, I got to call my sister real quick. And then I'm like, isn't that crazy? Do you experience stuff like that? You still want to pick up the phone and call your mom, and you got to think about the fact I can't because she's not here anymore?
In the beginning, that was really hard for me.
Yeah.
It was definitely hard. It was just, dang, y'all, I want to talk to my mom.
Yeah.
I want to call her. I want to drive by the house.
Understood.
To the house, see her, go in the house, hug her, jump on her, sing
Yeah.
to her,
Yeah.
whatever.
Just love on her. Yeah.
Just love on her, make her mad, get on her nerves. You feel me? But, as time go on, I learned that the thing that we have to learn that is everything that, no matter who it is that left us,
Yeah.
the things that they installed in us, and what would they want best for us?
Yeah.
Would they want us to be depressed? Would they
Of
want us
course
to
not.
go down a road full of drugs and just throwing your life away?
No.
So I had to start looking at that like, nah. Because think about it, a lot of us, to this day, a lot of us, our mom, dad, whoever, was overseer of our lives.
Yeah.
The reason why we try to do good because we weren't trying to disappoint them. But once you lose that, it's like, dad, who you doing it for now?
Right. You got to do it for yourself.
That's when I start growing as an individual, start growing as a man, start growing as a king and a father at the same time. I had to start doing it for myself.
Yeah.
So I can be that fruit for my kids.
For your kids.
For my family.
Absolutely.
Whatever the case might
that
be.
they were to you.
Because who might know, like, tomorrow I might wake up, someone might have the right deal for me, or something might happen, and I might be called to be the glue of the family now.
That's right.
To bring the family back together.
That's right.
You feel me?
Absolutely, man. Before we get into this freestyle, one more thing. We are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast, right?
Industry's
Better talk about it.
Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let everybody know what makes J Russ the Industry's Most Wanted.
my pureness, my truth, my heart.
Yeah.
That's it. My willpower to want more, to be successful. I don't care if you 10 steps ahead of me right now. Give me a chance. Let me start learning. I want to be right there with you, or I want to be 20 steps ahead of you by the next time you see me.
I know that's right.
So it's like, it's either, hey, you can help. That's fine. You cannot help. That's also
That's fine too.
Because I realized that, we all took loss, so we all bounced back.
Yeah.
Once we realized that, how many times I took an L and bounced back?
Man.
I've been here before. Like I said, that's why I said that's my.
But
that's
them
my new
L's are
statement.
lessons,
They
bro.
lessons.
They lessons. They ain't losses. They lessons.
Because because you never start over where you last started.
At all.
You starting off with experience.
Period.
And now I'm taking all them experience, and like I said, last time I came here with all this merch and everything, I had a crew with me.
Yeah.
One man band, man. That shows a lot.
Yeah, they're absolutely. And that's, you got to be able to stand by yourself. Not to say you have to be on your own all the time, but you got to be able to stand by yourself, because you never know when others aren't going to be around to help you or lift you up or support you.
Right. If you depending on everybody, that's where codependency come in.
Straight like that. We about to get into this freestyle though.
Oh, you already know.
I ain't forget, I wasn't sure if I was gonna forget or not. That's why I was like, remind me, but it had been on my mind. Talk to us a little bit about it. What you got for us today?
I just want to tell a little bit of my story. I mean, y'all heard a little bit already through the interview, but it's getting some things, off my chest.
Man.
Hope to touch somebody,
Well, I'm about to kick it off. You let me know if it's too loud, you need it louder, whatever. We about to get right on into it.
Turn me up. Yeah.
Is that good?
Hey, fellas. Yeah. Industry most wanted, we here, baby. I swear this gonna be the one for the year. Yeah. Yeah. 1024, where it all started. One child, two families got dearly departed. Never knew the other side, cause that picture was faded. Too young to make a choice, if I could, I would make it. Mama turned to the streets, pops a Rolling Stone. False flames fell in love, but they split a home. Left a youngin' in this world just to figure out. They left a youngin' in this world just to make it out. I had an aunt and an uncle, became my parents' weight. So all the lessons and times I wanna stand and wait. So all my brothers in my life, they was really my cousins. My situation's kinda rough, but I learned how to love it. My grandmother, gatekeeper, she sat on that porch. Before she died, she stroked my hand and she passed me the torch. When I was young, I used to stutter. I popped her with this. I'm realizing in that moment she granted me this gift. Let's move on, fast forward, I'm pushing a dream. Now the God built it up, now I'm getting this cream. But now my mom and pop's gone, but they left me with lessons. I free my mind, they double back and they grant me with blessings. And when I talk about blessings, I mean in my daughter. That's the number one reason why I'm going harder. The day I moved to the A, my brother got shot. I'm giving all that I have, I'm giving all I got. They can't talk about struggle, I got it out the mud. Man, anytime I show my heart, they never show me love. So everything I've been through only led me to greatness. I know my haters gonna talk, they surprised that I made it. Cause they gon' smile in your face and throw knives in your back. I learned the higher that you climb, they gon' target your back. I learned the reason why I'm here, because it's all faith. There's a lot of doors in this life, but it's only one gate. The white shining in the dark because it got favor. I'm giving birth to every dream while I'm always in labor. Young baby Hove in my city, that's what the record is. Young black horse with his wings, I'm no Pegasus. But truth is, cut your grass, see the snakes better. Truth is, love yourself, you can gain better. But we all hate rejection, don't wanna believe it. Heaven and hell, life and death, while we stuck in between it. See, I was hiding for a while, now it's my turn. But God brought me to the light, this what I deserve. Fellowship, TF, and ain't another option. And the street most wanted, got the boy popping. Yeah.
Woo!
Let's get it.
Lord.
I'm here. I said I've been here before.
Jesus Christ.
That ain't an understatement. I belong here. Y'all can go follow me at the real J Russ, man. JAE-RUSS. Fellowship, baby. We here.
Bro, you just turned into a whole different person. Like, let me cut this down a little bit. That was like a savage that just came out of you. That was hard.
Thank you.
Dang. Give me some love.
Thank you.
Come on, y'all.
Thank you.
That was fire. Oh, wrong one. There we go. That was really dope, bro. I'm impressed. I just want to say this real quickly and we're going to get up out of here. I'm really impressed because there's a lot of artists out here who could not do what you just did. And it's no shade, they just can't. I would never be able to do that. How do you keep all that in your brain? You have a little special compartment?
Yeah, it's like I watch. I don't know. It's like I say, I watch the greats. I watch Jay-Z a lot.
Yeah.
I watch Wayne a lot. So once I learned the method of what's the point of writing if you already living it?
Man.
It's not a lie if you already living it. That your story is already there for you.
Facts. Absolutely.
Know? So that's all it is. I'm just taking the right steps in my story. And, hey, it's coming out to be a blessing at the end. You know, I'm letting my light shine from within. Now it's shining out now.
Straight like that. Man, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
No, it's a pleasure to be here.
It was like a whole conversation. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
It was needed.
Absolutely. My rest of my day is going to go good now because I feel that positive energy.
Thank you. I'm glad I can bring that positive energy to you.
Straight like that. Shout out to the guys in the building.
Yeah, shout out to the gang. You feel me? Big fellowship. We here, baby.
Facts. We up out of here, y'all.